Hey everybody. Okay, I was digging around earlier today and I happened to come across my old Game Boy. It's my original. It still works. There's no game in it. So it's just a black box coming down. You can see there's a couple of lines to the screen here, but I mean, otherwise it works. I was playing Mario Brothers on it earlier. But the thing that was bothering me is what's going on with the screen here. I think that's on the inside. I don't know if I ever had this apart as a kid. I would not be surprised if I did. I love taking stuff apart. Couldn't always get it back together. But another tip off here was, let me get a little light on this here. That's probably too much. You can see screw down there. No screw down in there. There's a screw down in there. And nothing in there. So that's not really a good sign. And of course, there's two different kinds of batteries, same kind, two different lines. So I'm gonna get these batteries out, and I'll pull those couple screws out of there quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I pulled out the two screws that were in here, and behind the batteries, of course, there's only one screw. So literally missing 50% of the screws that were in this thing. So something tells me that probably like 10-year-old Jeff, me, decided to take this thing apart for whatever reason. And you can see it doesn't actually want to stay closed. Anyways, let's open it up, see what we got here. Contacts for the batteries all seem good. None of those batteries have oozed out. Okay. So this is just a computer type plug-in. So it's just the back end. Yeah, look at all the fingerprints in there. There's a young me, most likely. Anything else looks okay. I don't see any burnt traces or anything that really sort of indicates problems. Kind of looks like that was a little hot at one point, maybe. Looks like all the screws are in here. Guess I didn't get that ambitious. This is the part. Oh, speaker. Yeah, a little rusty, but everything seems okay. The little capacitors don't seem to be looking too bad. Okay. I am going to back out all these screws. I'm probably just going to speed you up for that. So, here goes. Okay, couple of little screws out. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I don't want to lose all the buttons. I'm sure they're in there just loose. Oh, look at that. I'll probably clean up all this. That's from lots of years of use. And there's our primary issue. Now the question is, will that come off? I'm going to go grab something soft, microfiber or something, and see if I can clean that off. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got a microfiber towel here with a little bit of water and a tiny bit of a mild hand soap. I don't know what this surface is made of, so I don't want to get testy with it and damage it, but that seems to have done the trick. Let's see. There we go. Well, still a little bit right there, if you can see it. Let's see if we can get it off. And this isn't the actual surface of the screen. If anybody's sitting there cringing, it appears to be a very fine plastic film over the surface. And that's what I'm actually cleaning and making physical contact with. So, that looks pretty good, I think. A lot cleaner than it was, for sure. And while I'm in here, probably go over all these contacts too with just a denatured ethyl alcohol or something like that. Now, especially now that I've touched it with my fingers. And these are little connectors that are the connections made by this little pad pressing against it. So it's kind of a button, kind of almost like a solid state button. I don't even know what they've actually called this type of a button, but I do know that if they get kind of fouled up, they can sort of not function very well. So I think I'm again going to speed you up a little bit here, and I'll be back in a minute with some denatured ethyl alcohol and I'll clean it up. Okay, well, that's about as clean as I'm going to get the inside of it. Anyways, I'll give this screen one more quick wipe down, and then I'm going to start putting the buttons back in, and then I will put the circuit board back down and make sure the connections between the two circuit boards, being these guys here, and the grounds, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's just the grounds that connect the two circuit boards. Make sure they're good, make sure there's no dust on the surface of this, and then I'll have a look at the other side of the case and clean it up, and I will probably speed you up for this process as well. So here goes. Okay, well, I think that's about all I'm going to do with it. Everything in here seems, I mean, it's filthy. This thing's been around for a long time. Actually, according to the tag here, 1989. So I would have been 7. Anyways, I'm going to quickly put this thing back together and give the outside a clean up. I'll pause you, get some clean, fresh batteries into it, a game, and we'll see if it works. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, well, I got it all back together with all the screws I had. Of course, I'm not missing anything from the inside, but I am missing the 1, 2, 3 screws on the outside. I'm sure I could find something to replace them, but to be honest, this plastic is so thick and heavy duty. It's not even necessary. It's only gonna be handled by me, anyways, probably. But I did get a game, and I got 4 brand new batteries. Obviously, the other batteries were working fine, but they don't recommend that you mix different types of batteries. And in something like this, where I really don't want it to, have any problems and maybe, ooze out like batteries like to do. I'm not naming any names. I really don't have any preference over battery types. I'm sure lots of people out there do. These just happen to be what was on sale last time that I bought some batteries. I'm going to just quickly see if I can get some of this grime off of here. This thing's been sitting around in drawers for, well, it seems like hundreds of years. Of course, it hasn't been that long. Let's get some nastiness off. If I really cared, I would actually take a proper plastic cleaner to it. And, yeah. It's kind of gross. Anyways, let's throw some batteries in this baby and put the back cover on. You probably saw when I had it sped up back there that I did plug it in. Or I not plugged it in, I did put the batteries in it and turned it on just to verify that it was going to work. I was slightly concerned because that ribbon cable, when it was plugged in, really didn't seem all that plugged in. But, when I really had a good look at it, I could see that the ribbon cable itself, so where it plugged in, say this is the slot it plugged into, the ribbon cable was longer like this, so when it was plugged in all the way, it sort of hung out a bit, so not too concerned about that. Anyways, let's see what we got. Oh, just a contrast. Well, that's not quite right, but that is. Ooh, playing from behind the camera. Don't judge. It works. I don't know why I have these lines in the screen here. If I darken it down, you can see them. It's probably, I don't think it's that connector. I cleaned that connector up unless there's something in the actual connector end of the ribbon cable connector, or there's something wrong with the actual screen. Either way, I mean, it's not a deal breaker. You can still play it. It's still just as well. I mean, it was pretty good for its time. But anyways, that's that. It works. It's clean. You can actually see through the screen now. So I think I'm going to call this one quits. Yeah, thanks for watching. Anybody, I'm sure everybody in the States knows what denatured ethyl alcohol is, but up here in Canada it's not sold just on the shelves like it is down the States. So if anybody decides to do something like this and that you need ethyl alcohol, all I could suggest you use to find a printing supply company, which is where I used to work at a printing supply company. That's how I got it. I bought some from the company I worked for. Or if you're close to the border, you can go down to the States and get some. I'm sure there's other ways to get it. There's probably other places you can get it too, maybe online, Amazon, I don't know. eBay, I'm sure you can get anything on eBay. But anyways, save your time. If you're going to be looking for it, you're not going to find it in the stores. Not up here in Canada anyways. Down in the States you can find it just about anywhere. So thank you for watching. Stick around. I should have other videos coming, and it'll be the same sort of stuff. Maybe fixing up some stuff or building some stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.